Hello everyone. So today we're looking at creating a speak the words activity, and this is a great activity for language teaching. If you want to test or if you want to try to improve a student's pronunciation, you can use this activity. So this activity uses a microphone, speech recognition software to listen to the student and tell him what he said and try to match it to a given answer. For example, we have a prompt here that says, speak the following phrase. The boy walked to school by himself. So I'm gonna push this button to speak and try to get the answer. The boy walked to school by himself. So it recognized that I said that and it gave me a point. Let me refresh this very quickly. Let's give it the wrong answer now. The girl walked to school by herself. So it said no, try again, and then we look at the answers and it tells me exactly what I said or what it thought I said or variations of what it thought I said, and it also gives me the right answer. A great activity for pronunciation, for learning other languages. Let's take a look at how we can create this activity. Let's get started. Creating a speak the word activity using H5P on WordPress. So what you want to do is go down to your H5P plugin and add a new activity, and you want to look through the modules and you want to find the module that is called speak the words. If it's not installed, you can click on get to install it, and then you click on it to create this new activity. So the first thing we have to do is we have to give a title. So the title here is speak the words. The next box, we have to describe the task. This is basically the question. So there are many use cases for this activity. I'll go through 2 or 3 different use cases. So the first type of question we can use is to ask a question and receive the answer through the microphone. So it could be something very simple like what is the name of our planet? What is the name of our planet? This is the question. Then the next box, you have the accepted answers. What answers do we accept? So the first answer we'll accept is Earth. Or another answer we could accept is the Earth. Or maybe planet Earth. So these are 3 possible answers that the user can give. If there are more, you can add as many different answers as you need. So now we have a question, we have possible answers. If the user gets the question correct, what text does he get? No. Try again. If he gets it correctly, we say good job. The language of speech input for this question, we're using English as the question and the answer language, so we'll leave it as English US. We'll come back to this later with the other examples. The text overrides, basically overriding the default prompts. So if you want to change the default prompts and button texts in this activity, you can just change it, or if you want to change to another language completely, you can just choose a language. We'll keep them, we won't change them, and we don't want to display any toolbars with our activity. So now we have a title, a question, and an answer. And let's click create. So we have our activity here. Very simple, question and a push button for receiving the audio. Very important, this activity only works with Chrome, and when you click on the button, Chrome will ask you if you want to enable your microphone for this website, and you'd have to click yes to be able to actually use the microphone. So I'll click and I'll say the answer. Here we go. Earth. So it heard me. Good job. Let's try again. Let's give it the wrong answer. I'm gonna refresh. I'll give it the wrong answer. Mars. So it says no. Try again. I can retry or I can see the answer. So when you click on show the answer, it tells you what the correct answers are, and it also tells you what it interpreted your answer to be. So it interpreted my answer correctly as Mars, but that was the wrong answer. So it gave me no points. It gave me 0. So this is the first use case, and that is asking a question in English, receiving a question in English. But I feel like this type of question would be pointless because the user or the student could just write the answer or type the answer. There is no benefit in this type of question. So we're going to go back and we're going to edit, and we'll go over through some other uses of this. So I believe this activity is very good for language learning because you get to speak as a student or as a user, and you get to test how well you're pronouncing words or how well you know vocab. So for example, say I was learning Russian and I have this question here in our task. What is the informal Russian word for hello? What is the informal Russian word for hello? I'm going to delete all of these answers. So the informal Russian word for hello is right here. I have it. Privyet. Privyet is the informal Russian word for hello. Now in the accepted answer, you have to write the answer in the language that the user is going to be speaking into the microphone. So if I typed this Privyet but in English, it won't be recognized. It won't be recognized because what we're going to do is we're going to change the speech input language to the language that we're going to use, and that is Russian. We're using Russian. If I left it as English, and I put Privyet in English, the speech recognition software will expect a different pronunciation for this word than Privyet. So it will mark it as incorrect. So the best thing to do is to use Russian, the language, which is actually the right way to do it, because it will check your pronunciation. If your pronunciation is incorrect, you'll get an incorrect output. So what is the informal Russian word for hello? I have my answer here, Privyet, and I've got the input, the speech input language as Russian, and let's try this now. Okay, so I have this question. What is the informal Russian word for hello? Privyet. So it got what I said. Good. So let me refresh and let me give it the wrong answer here and see what it tells us. Hello. No, it's not right. Show us the solution. And it gave me what it thought I said, which was hello. That was the first thing, and then some other things that I might have said. and it gives me the correct answer here. So this is the second use case, that is to learn another language, and we're using a different speech input language. Let's go back and look at the last one. And for this one, it is still language learning, but it is in English. And I think that's how most people are going to use it. So it's great for teaching English. It's great for teaching pronunciation or checking pronunciation. So I have a prompt here that says, speak the following phrase. And I have this phrase: the boy walked to school by himself. The accepted answer, I will just copy this and paste it as the accepted answer, and the language I'm changing back to English. So now we have nothing else we're gonna do. Now we have our prompt, and we have our answer, and we have our language. Let's try this. This is a longer sentence. You can have a much longer sentence to test. Let's test this and see if it can pick up what we're saying. The boy walked to school by himself. Good. So it got exactly what I said. Let's try again. Let's make a mistake. The girl walked to school by herself. Let's show the answer. Let's see what it thought we said. The girl walked to school by herself. The girl walked to school by herself. The girl walked to school by herself. So it thought, it got exactly what I said, which was the wrong thing. There are a few limitations, a few things that I would have liked to have seen in this activity. First, if it could pick up word by word and assign a point to each word. That way you can get partial points. So if a sentence has 10 words and you get 8 of them correct, then you can get 8 out of 10, and you can see what you got wrong and what you got right, rather than just giving 1 or 0 points. Another thing is that I wish that it had more than one question, or you were able to create more than one question in an activity, because as it is now, it's just one question, one prompt, and the answer. Other than that, this activity is actually great. This speech recognition on it is really, really good. It could always exactly tell me what I said. I've tested other speech recognition software and they're not as good as this one. So that's good. And also this has multiple languages, which you can use for teaching a different language. So to get this onto a website, what we got to do is we got to take the short code here. We're going to copy it. We're going to put it into a page or a post. We're going to create a new post here. Okay, let's close this. Let's give this a name. So we'll call this 17, and it's called Speak the Words. And what we want to do is we want to add a new block, and this block has to be a shortcode block, so we can put our shortcode into it. So I got a shortcode block. I'm going to paste my shortcode into it, and I'll click on publish. Publish again. We have our post now. Let's view our post. Let's see what it looks like. Good. So it says, speak the following phrase. The boy walked to the school by himself. And then push to speak. Let's try it. The boy walked to school by himself. Great. It knows what I said. Refresh very quickly and let's give it a wrong answer. The boy didn't walk to school by himself. And it says this is what you said, and it's the wrong thing. Great. So this is the activity. I know I said that it's limited, but there is a way to include this activity into a bigger quiz or test or interactive book. So you can use a question set or you can use an interactive workbook to include this activity. But remember that it has to be done on a Chrome browser, and you do need a microphone to do this activity. That's it for today. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them down below. Please leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.